Hey guys, welcome back to another BNSF 6951 video. Today we're going to do a little how-to, and I'm going to call it Got Electricity? Anyhow, it's a little bit of a detail that you can add to your structures that would make a little bit of a difference when people look at it and say, oh wow, look at that. I'll get on with the project here, but I need to adjust the camera and all that kind of good stuff before we get started. So stay tuned and I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. You're going to need a few things to do this project. The first thing is going to be your power meters. And I got these from Randy Brown. And they are really tiny in N scale. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show you a better picture of it. What I did was I put some stuff on tape so I can hold it and show it to you guys. But anyhow, we're going to be using a staple, believe it or not, to do the conduit for this electrical connection to that structure. Anyhow, you're going to need some materials. Some tools you need is a file, a pair of tweezers, the old hobby knife, paintbrush, straight edge, pair of side cutters, some light gray paint. I'm using polyester light gray paint on this, some regular glue, and some super glue. Alright, to get on with the project, you'll also need some scrap plastic, which I have a ton of, so I just decided to start doing this one day. And it doesn't look too bad, but anyhow, this is just a piece of scrap plastic. And what you need to do, let's see if I can zoom in on this here for you. You see that I have 3 pieces already cut out. The big one here, let's move this out of the way. The big one here is going to be the baseboard that's going to actually mount to the building. One of these is going to be the electrical cabinet where, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, this will be the backboard. This will be the electrical cabinet where all the circuit breakers will be, and this is where the meter will get mounted. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but we're going to use the staple as a conduit that comes in from the ground and goes across from the meter and eventually winds up going into the building from the circuit breaker box. So anyhow, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take these and we are going to mount them on the backboard. So I just take a little bit of my glue and my tweezers. Let's see, I'm going to zoom out a bit, guys, so you can see this. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to do is take the first piece and we'll give a little dab of glue there and we'll put him on. And don't put him exactly at the bottom because you're going to have need a place to actually mount your conduit. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Oops, come back at you. And I try and get them even. And of course I'm going to line it all up. Okay, once we have, try and get the bottoms even. It really doesn't matter, but gives a little bit aesthetic view. Got a little piece of dirt in there to get him out. Okay. Now, that was the easy part. The hard part is going to be getting the meter. Oops, I stuck my finger. Is actually putting the meter on there because it's so small in N scale. I don't know if you guys can get this in HO, but if you can, it'd be a great little detail to add to your structures. Anyhow, we will take the meter and we will dab some glue on there and place the meter on and try and get it straight. I think I put a little bit too much glue on that one. Oops. But okay, so now we got it fairly straight. So now it looks like pretty much an electrical panel that you would find on the side of a building where the electricity comes into the building, or actually goes through the meter and through the circuit breaker box and then into the building. Anyhow, to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and painted it the light gray. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you another little thing that I did. Just want to wait for this glue to dry up here a little bit. Took my hobby knife and I kind of centered this up right here and just rocked it back and forth a little bit. And of course, if that would have came out straight, it would have been better. But what I tried to create there was a door, or a couple of doors, on the circuit breaker box so people can access it. After that's done, what I do is I will give it a coat of paint with the light gray. And I take a dab of white and put it on the face of the meter. Kind of looks okay so far. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to cut the film right here and I'm going to install the conduit, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, once you get the basic assembly done, like I showed you earlier, like that guy, this is what you're going to wind up with. After you cut your staple to your sizes and all that kind of stuff, this is what you're going to wind up with. Meter box with the conduit coming in from the ground, conduit going from the meter to the circuit breaker box, and then from the circuit breaker box it goes into the building. I did scribe a line down the center here to make it look like doors, but I hope you guys can see that pretty good. Try and get in here as close as I can before it unfocuses on me. Anyhow, the next shot I will have this mounted on a building to show you what it looks like. So stay tuned and I will be right back. Okay guys, we're out in the layout room and I'll show you the building that I have installed that little project on. I decided to do Big D's wholesale flooring because it's close and I didn't have to move a whole bunch of stuff. And I know it's crooked, but I didn't take the building off the layout. I just kind of laid it in there, and it's kind of hard because that thing is only like maybe a ½ inch by a ½ inch. But you guys can see all of that, all the conduit, the one coming up from the ground, the one crossing over, and then the one going into the building. I know it's not perfect, but then again, this is the second one that I've done, and I think it adds a little extra detail to your stuff that people really don't realize should be there, but it is there. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps you guys. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.